Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 39 in the book of John. Today's title is Who is Equal to God? And we're going to read some audacious claims from John chapter 5, starting in verse 19. The story begins in the context is the Jews are seeking to kill Jesus. Well, why might that be? Not only was he breaking the Sabbath, he healed somebody, he did it on the Sabbath, and when he did it on the Sabbath, they got very indignant about this, and then he makes himself equal with God. He's going to continue that theme today, starting in verse 19. So Jesus said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, the Son can do nothing of his own accord, but only what he sees the Father doing. For whatever the Father does, that the Son does likewise. For the Father loves the Son, shows him all that he himself is doing, and greater works than these will he show them, so that you may marvel. For as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, so also the Son gives life to whom he will. For the Father judges no one, but has given all judgment to the Son, that all may honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. Whoever does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but is passed from death to life. Truly, truly, I say to you, an hour is coming and is now here, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear it will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son also to have life in himself. And he has given him authority to execute judgment, because he is the Son of Man. Do not marvel at this, for an hour is coming when all who are in the tombs will hear his voice and come out, those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment." So Jesus here is equal to God, fully divine, as we see him have the similar powers. So Jesus is equal to God, but also he's distinct in the roles and the function that he has compared to the Father, but is still equal. So their distinctiveness, Father and Son, does not diminish either of theirs divinity or their equality. So the Father and Son are intimately associated. They're aware of each other's actions and intents. They love each other. They have power over physical and spiritual death, as the Father raises the dead and the Son gives life to whom he will. So the corollary is that the Father and Son have life and give life, which is another claim to deity. So the claim here is that Jesus is doing things, here's the big point, is that Jesus is doing things that only God can do. So he is claiming for himself heavenly prerogatives, heavenly privileges, and heavenly powers, including life and judgment and death and authority. So this life he's talking about is creation life, spiritual life, physical life, and eternal life, kind of all four aspects of life. They're exercising judgment. The Father and Son are exercising judgment. The Father is giving it to the Son. And also they say that, hey, honor is due both of these. I thought the ESV notes put this particularly well in the distinctiveness of honor. Here it is. The statement that all may honor the Son, just as they honor the Father, in effect, establishes Jesus' right to be worshipped, and also claims to be, also amounts to a claim of deity. Whoever does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. Shows that religions such as Judaism and Islam that consider Jesus merely a great prophet do not represent the truth about God, because they fail to worship and honor Jesus. And then finally here, a day is coming for the apparent dead, nobody's really dead even after they die, in their tombs to come out. So if you've done good to the resurrection of life, I'm not sure who that is, if you've done evil to the resurrection of judgment, I think that's where you're going to need the help of Jesus at that moment in time. Okay, so there are a couple of action points here. He's asking for us in this passage to honor the Son and the Father. And what that means, there's a bunch of parts of that. One is you got to hear the Son and hear the Father. then you have to agree with them kind of mentally, and then put your faith in it, believe, set your seal upon, and receive him. So honoring is one thing we need to be doing. Secondly, we need to be looking forward to this hour of resurrection. Because whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but is passed from death to life. So there's this call to us in these massive, audacious claims where Jesus is claiming the heavenly prerogatives and privileges and powers. We have to do something with this, which is to hear and believe. So let's do something with the hearing of that. Don't be deaf in the hearing of this. So if you have heard that you are loved but are currently under judgment and currently under a sentence of wrath, if you will, what would you do? But what if I was to tell you that rescue is available? So today Jesus has put before us his audacious claims, power, privileges, prerogatives. He put that before us, and we have something to do with it. We say they're true or they're false, they're true or they're crazy. Well, I believe they are true. How about you? Thanks for listening.